Chief Secretary's wife wins Dancing with the Stars competition. THTI signs MOU with Twigs Naturals. Tobago Heritage season is in full swing and the government to introduce Defend Your Castle law. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 14th July 2025. To our top story this evening, Dance on Song Tobago hosted its annual Dance Sport Championship on Saturday, featuring the exciting Dancing with the Stars competition. The spotlight was on local personalities, including the Chief Secretary's wife, Tatiana Ned Augustine, Administrator Julian Skeet, news correspondent Cassandra Thompson-Forbes, fitness coach Javon Carrington, and vocalist Lynette Louis, who took to the dance floor alongside their professional partners. The event also showcased talented juvenile dancers and a heartwarming Servicemen Can Dance segment. Held at the Shore Park Complex, the event drew a large and enthusiastic crowd celebrating Tobago's vibrant dance culture and community spirit in a night of entertainment, elegance and pride. However, it was Chief Secretary Farley Augustine's wife, Tatiana Ned Augustine, who was the standout of the night, winning the People's Choice Award and being crowned Dance Champion 2025.
Elated, overwhelmed, confused, everything in one.
Overjoyed and filled with emotion, she encouraged others to pursue their passions with dedication and confidence.
Yes, if someone likes dancing, I will encourage them to, participate, to, get a feel of it. My experience was a roller coaster one. It had good times, really bad times, and well, overall I was triumphant, so it was a good experience overall.
To some other news, the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute has partnered with local organic tea brand Twigs Naturals to promote innovation and experiential learning in Tobago's tourism and hospitality sectors. The partnership was formalized on July 10th through a signed memorandum of understanding at the Institute's Mount St. George campus. It aims to provide hands-on learning for students, foster entrepreneurship, and integrate locally produced goods into THTI's academic and practical programs. In a media release issued by THTI, its CEO, Alana Holder-Findley, described the initiative as a critical step in exposing students to homegrown innovation and sustainable development. Twigs Naturals founder Nigel Jordan emphasized the MOU as a shared commitment to Caribbean excellence and heritage. Facing a relentless wave of violent crime, the government of Trinidad and Tobago is proposing a significant and controversial shift in its law on self-defense. The new measures include a Defend Your Castle provision, which would grant citizens greater legal latitude to protect themselves during terrifying and increasingly common home invasions. Reporter Jewel Green-George has the details.
The announcement comes as the nation grapples with a murder rate that is among the highest in the world per capita. Recent statistics from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service show homicides remain a critical concern, fueling public fear and demand for decisive action. The Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander said the new legislation is a direct response to this crisis.
You will see a number of laws coming forward to treat with home invasion, because we intend to give the citizens an opportunity to defend their castle. Underline the word castle.
The crime-fighting overhaul extends beyond citizens' rights. In a move to tackle school violence, the government confirmed its plan to deploy police officers directly into educational institutions, though the specifics of their armament and training are still being finalized.
There will be officers in the school. But to tell you if they'll be armed or unarmed, I cannot speak to that. What I can tell you, every situation will be dealt with according to its merit.
The minister emphasized that a visible and dominant police presence is central to the government's entire crime-fighting philosophy.
I have said this before and I'll say it again. If the police control the streets, the police can control crime. And I leave that right there.
The This multi-pronged strategy, which also includes exploring membership in the regional security system, represents the government's most robust effort to date to manage the crime situation. Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want. Welcome back. Dr. Lakram Bodo, Minister of Health, and Dr. Rishad Sicharan, Minister in the Ministry of Health, recently conducted a site visit to the Scarborough General Hospital. They were accompanied by Dr. Faith Brebner, Deputy Chief Secretary, and the Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection. And Kimberly Mitchell has more details on that visit in this report.
The joint tour allowed the officials to gain first-hand insight into the hospital's operations, infrastructure, and the work of its staff. Decisions centered on current challenges, ongoing projects, and future plans aimed at bolstering the hospital's capacity to serve the growing healthcare needs of Tobago's residents and visitors.
I will certainly be focused on working with the Secretary of Health, to work in whatever way I as a minister and my colleague here as a minister in the ministry to assist Tobago in whatever way as far as the health sector is concerned. And I do believe that when the Honourable Prime Minister makes a promise, she's well known for keeping her word.
When asked about the status of the emergency mode, Minister Bodo clarified that it was implemented purely as a precautionary measure.
Well, I believe the Secretary would have mentioned that it was just a precautionary measure, and we want to give the population the assurance that I think when you go into emergency mode, the first thing that comes to mind is whether there is some particular reason. I am assured that it was just a matter of extra numbers without any particular, problem that could not have been treated.
He expressed satisfaction with the Scarborough General Hospital's current operations, noting that most of its facilities and the service which originated from its 2012 opening remains well maintained and functional.
Well, I'm very pleased that the hospital is functioning very well. As you know, this hospital had been opened in 2012 thereabouts under the previous People's Partnership government, and I'm very pleased that it has been maintained. Almost all of the facilities I saw and services working, and of particular interest would have been the state of the cardiac catheterization lab. Of course, in addition to the routine services that are offered to Tobago, we also, of course, want to ensure that, all manner of healthcare is provided, including cardiac services.
Health Secretary Dr. Faith Brabner reiterated her commitment to providing Tobago with the highest quality healthcare services.
My aim is to ensure that we provide the best quality service to the people of Tobago. The Minister has committed to collaborating with us. We have spoken in private, and I would keep those conversations in private for now about what some of those projects could be. And you guys know that I usually announce when we are ready to announce. But we do have the commitment of the government of Trinidad and Tobago to work with the Tobago House of Assembly, and I think that is what is critical.
Both parties expressed a unified vision for delivering high-quality, comprehensive care to the island's population, promising continued efforts to enhance the health sector. I'm Kimberly Mitchell, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
As Tobago's vibrant Heritage Festival season continues, the celebration journeyed to the north side yesterday, bringing communities together in a display of tradition. Patrons gathered to witness and participate in the age-old practice of seine pulling, a communal fishing method that reflects Tobago's deep cultural roots. The shoreline came alive with music, drumming, and community spirit, offering both locals and visitors a meaningful opportunity to reconnect with Tobago's heritage and to celebrate its enduring traditions. Here's more.
Visitors came from all over just to experience the richness of Tobago's culture and witness firsthand the traditions that make the island so unique.
So far, we did the seine pull. We were thinking about the swim, but I don't think I'm that capable anymore. But it would have been fun.
While some patrons eagerly took part in the seine pulling, others indulged in the lively beer drinking competition and enjoyed a variety of delicious local dishes, adding fun and flavor to the day's cultural festivities.
The people are nice, they're welcoming, they're so warm, the water, the food, everything is nice here.
What did you take part in so far? I saw that you were
no, the beer. But I was just rooting for my sister because I know she was going to win. Right. So she did win.
Some of the locals proudly showcased the traditional ways of life, demonstrating how things were done in the past, from old-time cooking methods to craft making and storytelling, giving visitors a true taste of Tobago's rich heritage.
Well, this is how we used to produce sugar back in the day. You will ride the mill, you will collect about 8 to 12 buckets of the juice, and then you will boil it over a period of time, and then you will produce sugar. But right now what we are doing is just a demonstration of what was to happen back in the 1930s and stuff like that.
On the plantation, and they all have different temperature of heat. So when they harvest the sugar cane and they squeeze it, the juice goes in here from the mill, and as it cooks, it goes into a next one. And at the end point, you have molasses, and then you do the process of crystallizing the molasses into sugar.
The heritage season is all about learning our culture and understanding where we came from. With the festivities just getting underway, the celebrations continue tomorrow with Folk Fiesta at Shaw Park Complex, promising another vibrant showcase of Tobago's rich traditions and talent. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
For residents and all the visitors to the island.
The Speyside Hard Court has officially been recommissioned by the Tobago House of Assembly, marking a renewed commitment to grassroots sports development in the eastern region of Tobago. The ceremony held on Sunday brought together THA officials, community stakeholders, and residents in a lively gathering. The event not only celebrated the court's upgrades, but also highlighted its potential to reignite sporting activities and to provide a safe, modern space for youth in the community. AMPLIA Balgobin tells us more.
Akko George expressed gratitude to the THA for this initiative, sharing his hope that young people will take full advantage of the opportunity and make meaningful use of the facility.
Today is more than just a ceremonial opening. It's a celebration of what can happen when leadership, community, and purpose align. It is a safe haven for our children and a hub for community. It's a safe. It's a safe haven for children and a hub for social connection and a place for positive engagement. This court will serve generations of young people, giving them the opportunity to grow in discipline, teamwork, and confidence.
Assistant Secretary for the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Wayne Clark, noted that the investment into the hard court refurbishment was worthwhile, noting its value to the community and its potential to positively impact youth development.
We spent just over $500,000 on the refurbishment here. 570,000 to be exact. And this is a significant investment, and we hope that, we get the desired results by. I prefer to come back here and mark over the court and do whatever it requires. Fix the fence if it break down from people using it.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine stated that the upgrade was long overdue for the residents of Speyside, highlighting the importance of providing quality recreational spaces for the community.
You will observe that we are doing some additional works around the grounds. So Speyside will also get, for the first time, by the time we get to August, when the Chiefs Cricket Tournament starts, the facility for batting. You see that they're actively constructing the mound at the cricket pitch. The pitch is being done as we speak.
With many more hard courts still to be upgraded, the division is taking it one step at a time as it continues to improve sporting facilities across Tobago. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Hello, New York! Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But I forget to tell all you, it's our 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 bottle of rum, DJ start the thing, let me jump. Cause I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 girls to a man, DJ start the thing, let me ram my shit. When my team does march down, everything get wild. Hey, hey, hey. Take out your flag and fling it up. Take out something and fling it up. Fling it up, fling it up high. Hey, hey, hey. Start to jump up and fling it up. Take out something and fling it up.
My name is Tina Macmillan, your last year's third place winner and Miss Photogenic for last year's Miss Heritage Personality Show. And this year, I want to carry you with me for my Tobago Heritage experience. I'll be hosting With Tobago Updates, bringing you live coverage behind the scenes and also their giveaways, tickets to the heritage events, and a 2-night stay to the Mandalina Grand. So you need to stay locked on to Tobago Updates on all their social media platforms, Kina Macmillan on Facebook and originalmedusa.tt on TikTok. My Tobago Heritage Experience with Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back, brush back. Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back, brush back. Do something and do something.
A new generation of leaders is tackling one of the nation's most insidious crimes head-on. The 2025 cohort of the Yes Leadership program met on Friday, 11th July, where two young leaders used a powerful parliamentary-style debate to demand action on human trafficking. Here's more.
In a passionate and informed session, these young women, part of a program designed to empower future female leaders, are not just talking, they're strategizing. Their focus? The grim reality of human trafficking in Trinidad and Tobago. The nation, while recently upgraded to a Tier 2 ranking in the U.S. State Department's 2024 Trafficking in Persons report, still faces significant hurdles, including, as the report notes, corruption and official complicity. Representing Tobago West, Adana Romeo argued that the fight must begin by empowering those on the front lines and encouraging regional and international collaboration.
Failure to act decisively on human trafficking invites not only domestic consequences but international condemnation. Trinidad and Tobago is bound by Sustainable Development Goal 8.7, which requires that action be taken to eradicate human trafficking. The purpose of the Trafficking in Persons Act is to give effect to the Palermo Protocol, which imposes 3 obligations: to prevent and combat trafficking, to protect and assist victims of trafficking, and to promote cooperation among states in meeting these objectives.
The debate also drilled down on the legal and systemic failures. Representing Tobago East, Tiana Winchester delivered a powerful call to address human trafficking before it embedded itself any further into our national image.
Tell that to the children in chains. Tell that to them that being sexually exploited. Tell them to the ones who are scared and in tears. Let me be very clear. This is not just a debate topic. It is a matter of national urgency. The longer we delay action and awareness, the deeper we allow human trafficking to embed itself into our tourism sector, our economy, and our national image.
With Trinidad and Tobago recording its first ever conviction under its 2011 anti-trafficking law just last year, the calls for action from these young leaders carry significant weight. They are demanding a future where such crimes can no longer fester in the shadows. Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago has officially revealed the primary reason behind the United Kingdom's decision to reimpose visa restrictions on its citizens, a massive, unprecedented spike in asylum claims. Here's more.
For months, the public was left to speculate. But on July 10th's post-cabinet briefing, the Foreign Affairs Minister confirmed that the UK took action after the number of Trinidad and Tobago nationals seeking asylum on its shores skyrocketed from an average of 15 per year to over 400.
What was revealed based upon that discussion is that a high and inordinate an extraordinary number of persons would have been leaving Trinidad and Tobago to go to the UK to claim asylum.
The minister stated that the majority of these applicants were citing Trinidad and Tobago's high crime rate, claiming to be direct victims of targeted gang activity and violence. The influx created a significant financial and logistical burden for the British government.
In order for the UK to properly ventilate the claim itself, it cost the British people around £65,000 per person. That is inclusive of cost to feed, house, and treat with the person during their stay in the UK. And it rose to, as I said before, extraordinary levels. I think the last figure was around 400 and something person, which was.
The government claims the previous administration was warned by UK authorities about the escalating situation, but failed to take corrective action, specifically by not passing legislation to share advanced passenger information. The new administration says it is now moving urgently to fix the situation.
That was never done. And based upon the lackadaisical or ineffective or nonchalant or non-existent approach to deal with that situation and not providing a solution, we fell into error in the month of March, and they imposed the UK visa on us.
A virtual meeting between Trinidad and Tobago officials and the UK Home Office is scheduled this week, aiming at charting a path towards getting the burdensome visa requirement lifted. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
The government is also considering a sweeping new policy that would require all citizens to carry a form of identification at all times. The move is part of a broader aggressive strategy to enforce proposed new age restrictions on alcohol, marijuana and gambling, and to bolster the nation's fight against crime. Here's more.
The proposal comes as the country contends with one of the region's highest homicide rates. The government plans to raise the legal age for alcohol consumption to 21 and for marijuana use and gambling to 25. Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says a mandatory ID policy is a practical necessity for police to enforce these laws on the street.
So some persons must work with some form of ID in order for the police to ascertain your age and your address. So it's something that we're looking at.
This initiative is a component of a much larger overhaul of the country's security apparatus. The minister emphasized that modernizing the police service with technology is critical to disrupting gang activity and reducing public fear.
One of the things I would have learned while I was there is how important technology, that role technology plays in this fight against crime. Because Jamaica, they had some of the best technology.
The planned technological leap is ambitious, aiming to phase out antiquated methods entirely. This includes equipping police vehicles with real-time data access, deploying body cameras, and eliminating paper-based reporting.
The police officer going out on a report should not have a desk diary in his hands. Those days have come and gone, and probably the last regime have left us behind.
By linking the mandatory ID proposal to a comprehensive technological upgrade and tougher laws, the government is signaling a fundamental shift in its approach to law and order, betting that modernization and stricter enforcement can turn the tide on crime. Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The weather report is up next. Stay tuned.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But hey, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Tonight is expected to be generally fair and hazy despite the odd brisk shower. Tonight's temperature drops to 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, generally hot and sunny despite the likelihood of a few showery spells during the mid-morning to afternoon period. There is also a low chance of an odd isolated thunderstorm. A mostly fair night is predicted despite 1 or 2 isolated showers. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas are expected to be slight to moderate, with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is expected at 5:47 and the sunset at 6:30. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. As a recap of our headlines: the Chief Secretary's wife wins Dancing with the Stars competition. THGI signs MOU with Twigs Naturals. Tobago Heritage Season is in full swing and the government introduced Defend Your Castle law. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.